Good afternoon from Buenos Aires. We woke up at noon, and that was only because we had set an alarm, so clearly our bodies needed the sleep. Our plan for this morning was to go to Western Union to get money out, because that seems to be the way you do it here, then to drop our laundry off, to grab an empanada, and head out to our free walking tour of the neighborhood or barrio that we're staying at, which is called Palermo. However, the only thing we've managed to do is drop our laundry off, because when we went to Western Union, it was closed. And we've been reading really bad reviews of all the Western Unions, so we're kind of feeling a little confused and stuck at the moment. So we've come back to our AirBNB to regroup before we head out on the walking tour. Hopefully we have time to get a coffee, and then we're hoping to stop by a different Western Union. Maybe it's open and has some money before we get to our walking tour, because we need money for it. However, we thought we would give you an AirBNB tour before we head out.
So let's crack on. So this is our humble abode for the next few nights. So if you want to come in, immediately here we have our kitchen. The sound of that whistling is our kettle boiling because, well, we need coffee. But otherwise we do actually have a drip coffee machine. We've got a microwave, got a little cooktop here, which is super useful, as well as a fridge to keep all of our stuff cold whenever we get around to doing groceries. And then beyond that, you still got enough stuff in order to eat, so that's great. And this is the first time that I've seen like a proper breakfast bar style table, so that's quite a good addition. That's currently just nursing stuff at the moment. We come around here, we've got a desk, which is going to be useful for me. As I've mentioned before, I am definitely a desk guy, so this is going to be really useful when I come to edit. A smart TV, which has Netflix and YouTube on it, which is extra useful for that entertainment. And then we swing around here to possibly one of the most comfortable beds that we've enjoyed in the whole of Latin America so far. There is a balcony, but it is about 8 degrees Celsius outside, so I'm not sure we're going to use it, but it's nice to know that we still have it. And because it is 8 degrees outside, then we have this wonderful thing. Not only is this something that can keep you cool, but it also keeps us extremely toasty. It feels lovely in here. That's enough of that. Let's show you some ample space for your stuff. I think you have shelves that side, but I'll the door. And you also have a little chest of drawers and a wardrobe here, which is just perfect. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to be staying long enough to actually make use of it, but it's nice to know we have it. Then we come through into the bathroom, and then you got your sink, toilet, bidet, which is an additional use. We have not been in a place that uses a bidet yet, so still cool. Bathroom and shower. We tested the hot water last night and it definitely works, so we're going to 100% enjoy a hot shower here. And then on top of that, lovely mirror here and a hairdryer for when Rachel does wash her hair.
It's a little tight in here, as you can see.
A little bit, but it does the trick.
And we paid $211 for this for 5 nights.
So very, very good value for money, about $40 a night.
Let's head out on our walking tour now.
We just picked up 3 empanadas for 3,600 pesos, which is about $5.35 Canadian. This place came very, very highly rated as one of the better empanada places in the whole of Buenos Aires, so we're super excited to give this one a try. Rachel got a caprese, I ended up getting a carne suave, which I think is like a unspiced meat, and also a salchichon, which is sausage. So yeah, super excited to give it a go. This one's the meat. Oh my god. The meat is slightly minced, but it's tender, really, really well seasoned and spiced. And there's a little bit of juice in there as well, just to really hit the flavor home. And the pastry is so soft. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad we came here.
Now to find Western Union and hope it works out for us. We're still a little confused after having visited Western Union. I was under the impression that you could just use your card there like a debit card and then they would give you either US dollars or Argentinian pesos. That's not the case. It seems like you have to go to a bank and withdraw Argentinian pesos. But then I'm confused because that was the whole point of coming here. The issue is that the banks have a very, very high service charge and they don't allow you to withdraw much money. So I think if you're coming here, what you should do is come with a ton of US dollars and then exchange it maybe at Western Union for Argentinian pesos. Otherwise, every time you withdraw from a bank here, you're gonna have to pay an exorbitant service charge and you're gonna have to do it multiple times because you just cannot get a lot of money out of an ATM. So we will keep you updated on what we do. For now, we were able to contact the walking tour companies and they were able to send us a PayPal link. So we just paid with our credit/debit card online for all 6 of our walking tours. So at least that's covered and we can go meet our group.
While being Argentina's capital and largest city, Buenos Aires is also known for its various barrios, or neighborhoods.
Palermo is located in the north of the city, and since it's the largest neighborhood in the city, it is further subdivided into 13 smaller barrios. Palermo is known for its street art depicting the history, culture, and identity of not only the barrio itself, but also that of Argentina and Buenos Aires. Plaza Serrano, otherwise known as Plazoleta Julio Cortázar, is the heart of Palermo, located specifically in Palermo Soho, which is the largest sub-barrio in the neighborhood. Palermo Soho is home to many fashion designers, artists, musicians, and dancers, and has a high concentration of restaurants, bars, cafes, shops, and galleries. The neighboring Palermo Hollywood has similar amenities in addition to TV and radio studios as well as independent theaters.
Palermo was historically a residential neighborhood, popular with immigrants from Spain, Italy, Armenia, Turkey, Lebanon, Poland, and Ukraine. The barrio started transforming into the hip and modern neighborhood it is today in the last quarter of the 19th century, and its development continued into the 20th century. Buenos Aires Zoological Gardens and Parque Tres Febrero were built in 1874 in Palermo Zoologica, and later the Galileo Galilei Planetarium and Buenos Aires Japanese Gardens were constructed in 1966 and 1967 respectively in the same area. Similarly, the construction of Plaza Italia in Palermo Viejo and Palermo Racetrack in Palermo Nuevo, both built in 1876, helped with the gentrification of the neighborhood.
We just got back from our walking tour of Palermo, which is coincidentally the neighborhood where we are staying. And it was just really nice to get a feel for this barrio and get to know it a little bit better.
Absolutely. It also really helps when you have a tour guide who is so passionate and so very knowledgeable about the neighborhood, and having Juan as our tour guide really added to the experience. He was absolutely superb and just had so much to share. So it really made for an excellent tour. And I think probably one of the coolest things about neighborhoods like this, irrespective of where they are in the world, is the fact that the art that goes into it really tells you so much about the country, the culture, the history, and it has such deep roots that are ingrained in wherever you are. Just getting any kind of insight into that is absolutely priceless, which is why I thoroughly enjoyed today.
Yeah, I too really enjoyed myself, and it makes me excited because I have booked 5 other tours with this same company. And the reason I did is because my understanding is that Buenos Aires is a city of different neighborhoods or barrios, and this is just one of them. And I wanted to make sure we got to explore a lot of them. So I can't wait for the coming days where we get to see more of the different neighborhoods, and it'll be interesting to compare and contrast.
But we now realise that we've got a lot of work to do, so we are going to crack on with that. But we will definitely be catching up with you tomorrow when we go on not one, but 2 tours of more neighbourhoods. So with that, we are going to call it here, but until next time, take care.
And keep smiling.